So K Michelle's Love 'Em All is pretty much my theme song at the present time. With everything that I've dealt with this past summer, dealing with men and dating and everything like that, I think it's about time for me to just be free and just be able to do me and not really have the pressure of trying to devote myself to one person. And that's really the basis of where I am right now. Y'all seen like a couple of videos of me being sad and overwhelmed and depressed about a man that isn't depressed and overwhelmed about me. And I'm just gonna get into, I don't want this video to be too long. I'm just gonna update you on where I am in my life as far as with the romantic life. And I have dealt with two people this past summer, and there was also one more other person that was in the picture as well. And I will say that I'm not gonna call any of their names. I don't want to put them on blast, and I won't. The 21-year-old, like I said, you all know the story about that, and you also know about the other one. He's 28. Um, I'm gonna tell you that they both did me wrong. You already know that. And I reached out to the both of them, and I had a conversation with both of them, not at the same time, but with both of them, because I felt like my negative feelings towards them were festering inside of me. Anytime I heard their name, I cringed, or I acted out, or I was being bitter, or I get extremely upset anytime I heard their names. And I just felt like that wasn't healthy on my end, because I'm allowing someone to, you know, to fuck with my mind, or I'm allowing someone to dictate me and my emotions. And it's not cool to let someone have that type of power over you. Now, I'm starting off with the 28-year-old. Well, I don't think that's right. I'm starting off with the 21-year-old first. Okay, so like I said before in the previous video, I met him at a club when I was going out for my friend's birthday, and as soon as we met, we hit it off really well. And things were going good until, like I said before, him and his, he told me that he was still in love with his ex, and I backed off. But then he said he was in love with his ex, but he didn't want to be with his ex, and so I thought that I was moving a little bit too fast. But well, not moving too fast, but I was pretty much jumping the gun. All I heard was, I'm in love with my ex. So I thought that I was doing too much by backing the fuck off. But that never recovered. So he ended up being with somebody else, according to one of my friends. Then you got the 28-year-old. All of this happened at the same time. I went out on a date with him. He had been trying to get at me for 5 months. I went out on a date with him. The date was cool. And within the same week, he was on pictures with another guy taking him out on dates. Within 2 weeks, they were engaged to be married within 2 weeks after the date. And that really hurt my soul, and it really made me feel some type of way, and it really broke me the fuck down. Like, I was broken down. They had me in a state where I just felt like I couldn't trust anybody. Not a man. The only people that I could trust, is the only men in my life that I could trust, is my cousins Reggie, my cousins Marche, and my best friend Bobo. Is like, I didn't really have anyone to trust. And it just made me feel like I'm always giving my all to somebody, and I'm always putting myself out there when nobody else is doing the same thing. So that hurt me. And within the next 3 weeks, the engagement was over. Now, I could have been evil and laughed, but deep inside there was a sense of laughter within me, like, yeah, bitch, you fucked me over, and now look, you done got fucked over. But I didn't do him like that. So what I decided to do was, I waited till the dust settled with that situation. And I decided to have a conversation with both him and the 21-year-old. Now, I had the conversation with the 28-year-old first because we have an understanding. Despite everything that had happened, despite the fact that I was upset with him, I decided to have the conversation with him. And I had it. He cried. He was very understanding of my feelings and how I felt about what he did to me. And he already knew that he disappointed me. And he did not want me to think that the date didn't mean anything to him, because he said that it did. And my whole point was, we were friends first. You are my friend first. So despite whatever happened, It's not just a situation where we were supposed to try to date each other, but we were friends, and I felt like you betrayed my trust. I had some form of trust in you, and for you to do me like that, that's not only fucking up that aspect, but it's fucking up the friendship. So he apologized to me. He said he was sorry, and I accepted it. We went out again. I stayed over with him. And then, like 2 weeks later, I ran into him again, and he was with his ex boyfriend. They are back together, and now they're about to get married. And it's like a whirlwind of emotions all over again. And then I ran into the 21-year-old. Like, we had a conversation as well, and we had a moment, and it was pretty clear that there was still something there, but it's really not nothing there. I know it was something there on my end, because no matter what he did to me, no matter how he treated me or anything like that, I always had this soft spot for him. And this really sucks when you have a soft spot for someone. And then there's also a third person. He lives out of town, and I was communicating with him like he's not even from my state. And I really, really liked him. But, you know what I'm saying? I had the fear of, and I'm not going to say I don't like him now, because I do. You know what I'm saying? I don't really talk to him as much as I used to. But, he's a very good guy. And I know that if I were to be in a relationship with him, I don't want to say I know, but I really do believe that I would be treated accordingly, like I want to be treated. But right now, with the rate that I'm at and the mindset that I'm in, you know what I'm saying? I just don't feel comfortable being involved in a long distance relationship, or getting involved with someone to the point where I want to have that desire to move away and get myself involved with someone, and just pack up and leave everybody, like leave my friends, leave my family, leave my whole life behind to be with a man. And then once I get to where I'm going with that man, leaving everything behind and just to be with that man, I get fucked over, and then I don't have nowhere else to turn. That's the fear that I have. And I talked to him about it as well, and it was just crazy. Like he said, that's not what I'm saying, but I didn't want to hurt his feelings. He said his feelings wasn't hurt. But my whole point is, I just don't trust any man right now. Like, I can't trust one living in the same city as me. I can't trust one living within the same vicinity as me, let alone trusting somebody that lives 9 hours away, and the possibility of moving away and leaving my friends and family to be with a man and don't even know what the outcome is going to be. Like, I have just gotten to that point where I just don't trust any man at all. And I found myself falling into old habits, like, me and my ex were hanging out, and a situation happened. We didn't sleep together, but a situation did happen, and then only for me to find out that he was still with his boyfriend. I didn't even know it. And I was like, really? You know what I'm saying? Like, here I am again, falling into old habits, which is my ex. And then, there was another situation. It was this guy that I had the biggest crush on, and I ended up having a situation with him. And then it's just, the fact is, I'm just at the point where I just want to be, I don't want to be alone, but I feel like it's the best thing for me. And I just want to weigh out my options. And like K. Michelle said, I love them all. And I really do take that literally. Like, I love them all, but I don't trust them all. And it's going to take me a while to take somebody seriously. I don't take anyone seriously right now. I just really want to have fun. I really want to go out and date around, and because I've always had this syndrome where I find a man and I like them so much, and I focus and put my time and energy on that one person, but I never really date around. And I think that that's what I want to do, and just be alone and just be able to test the waters, because I never really just test the waters. I always put my focus on one person, and when that doesn't work, I fall into depression. I always think that something is wrong with me. So right now, I don't trust them all at all. I don't trust anyone. And with them two right there, they really took me down through there. And you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say that their mistakes is the reason why I didn't want to give someone out of town a chance, because that's not really the case. Because that's not the only person that I conversated with that was from out of town. Like, there is, like I've said before, there's another YouTuber that I'm really really good friends with, and I've always liked them, but it's just the long distance thing is just whack, and I just can't see myself doing it at the state of mind that I'm in. I'm not mature enough right now to sustain some long distance shit, and I'm not mature enough to pack up and leave what I know to be with a man when I don't even trust any man at this point. It's really crazy, right? Like, I don't trust any man right now, and I'm just out here doing my thing. I haven't ran into anyone that's really worth my time at all. I haven't ran into anyone. I do kind of converse with someone, but I mean, I don't know what to think. I don't know what to make of it, but it's really nothing right now. It's just really a friend of mine that seems to like me. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I never really know anything. I don't want to know right now because I'm just focusing on myself. And I'm just going to date around. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be a slut. Like K Michelle said, you can love them all. Like, you can have a man that has good sex, or you can have a man that shows you a good time, or you can have a man that buys you things, or you know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that you need to have a bunch of men in your back pocket, but just date around until you kiss them frogs, until you find your prince or your princess, whichever one you want. Make sure you do that. And I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I've been down and out for too long. I've been single for like 4 years and haven't really had no real relationship in 4 years. It's always been a hit and miss, hit and miss, hit and miss, or hit it and quit it, or something like that, or a one night stand. So that's not really what I'm looking for anymore. And I'm just out here doing my thing. Haven't really, like I said, I haven't found nobody that pikes my interest right now. But if I find it, I'll find it. But right now, I'm just gonna love them all, but not trust them all. I don't trust myself. I don't trust none of these niggas. So that's just how I feel about it right now. That's just my update on that situation. I mean, they think I love them, but I love them all, and I don't trust them all. That's just the difference. But y'all, tell me what you think below about my newfound state of mind regarding dating. Because right now, that dating shit has really fucked up my mind, y'all. It has really fucked up my mind. But that's all I gotta say about it. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.